For the love segment with Pastor Wiz right here on WAVS Radio. It's now 2:37, a minute late, but nonetheless, we are here. And this afternoon, Pastor Wiz is going to tell us how love treasures. And in Matthew 6:21, it reads, "Where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Where your treasure is, there your heart will be also."
Light may only be a small step away. For others, it may require a giant leap. But if you have been delighted before, you can be delighted again. Even if a lot has happened to change your perceptions, the responsibility is yours to relearn what you love about this one you've promised your life to.
And that is so true. You know, the thing about it is, Pastor, is that you choose what you treasure. You know, we can have lots of different things in our lives, and some we will like and some we won't like because of a personal preference. And so you choose what you treasure. And if you're terrible, you know, it's because you choose to be so. If you're rude, you know, it's because you choose to do so. You know, maybe justifiably so, depending on the circumstance. But still, you can choose to be rude, or you can choose not to be rude.
And you know, Pastor Wiz, God in his wisdom gave us the choice to choose. You know, he is not a dictator that he is going to say to you, do this, do that. That's the reason why Satan is so rampant. He knows that we have the choice to choose, and he makes everything look so pretty and you know, the good old book says it's right. The road to destruction is broad and wide and beautiful. Beautiful.
But the road to salvation
is narrow and hard and rugged. And many people go down the broad, wide, pretty road. Few find the way to salvation. But he gave us the choice to choose. And folks choose what they want to do.
But sometimes, you know, when you pick at your mate more than you praise them, see, I have a problem with that. You know, you tend to look at everything wrong that your mate does, but you never see the good in them. You know, and when you choose, and it's a choice that you make. You know, maybe you're disgusted with something, you know, but when you pick at your mate more than you praise them, you see, it's because, you know, you lead your heart into criticism. You would prefer to criticize your mate than to praise your mate. And I'm just asking folks today, you know, we're not perfect, you know, and if you can see so many things wrong with your mate, then just look at the mirror. Look at yourself. And I'm sure if you're honest with yourself, then you'll find a lot of stuff that is wrong with yourself.
Jesus said it right. Pick out the beam, the plank out of your face, and leave the beam in someone else's eyes. But you know, Pastor Wiz, you can only change you. So, and once you look at it that way and try to change you, situation will change.
Well, you know, when you change yourself, you know, hopefully, you know, and more than likely, your mate will see, you know, the sacrifices that you are making and the change that you are making, even when you really don't have much to change. And then that your mate will come to the point where they themselves will make that change.
And we can't say that enough. We can't say that enough.
Because, you know, if you've been delighted, this is someone who you once was delighted in, you know, and if you were delighted once before, you can be delighted again, you know, even though a lot has happened to change your perception. But, you know, when you make the change, you know, then you see changes elsewhere. And so, you know, today we're just asking that, you know, you just look at yourself and make that change within yourself, because you can't change anybody.
That's right.
But you can change yourself.
Change yourself. And you know, let me just flip the page a little bit here. I'm looking at you on the internet, and I know folks are out there looking too.
Here, let's do
and
this.
what's doing? That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant to say. I'm saying I'm looking at my handsome baby face, Pastor Wiz, and he has these dark glasses on, and he's looking like cool cat. And I'm sure the folks on the internet can see.
I'll tell you one thing.
What a wonderful, what a beautiful picture.
I'll tell you one thing.
I'm sure they have on their screen, Pastor Wiz.
Flattery will get you nowhere.
But But you just gave me a kiss, so what can I say? It's no.
But that's a good thing, though. You see, because you know, stop picking at your mate. You know, more than you praise them. I'm asking you, just lift up your mate and just tell them all the good things that they do. And I'm telling you, especially for the men, when you wives, when you encourage your mate and praise your husband, I'm telling you, he'll feel like he's a hawk, and you'll get so much more out of him. You will have to say, man, I got to do this more often.
Sounds good to me. Sounds like a good ending to this segment this afternoon. Do you have anything else you want to add?
Well, just in closing, I just want to, you know, emphasize that once more. You know, just praise your mate more than you criticize them. Now, I'm not saying you should not criticize them constructively, because that also helps. But don't just criticize, and never lift up. You know, lift up your mate and tell them, you know, the good things that they're doing, as well as you tell them the bad things that they're doing.
Sounds good to me. Tune in next week, Tuesday afternoon, for another segment right here on WAVS Radio.
And let me just do this one.
Oh, you want to give me another one? Oh, you know what? Folks can go on the World Wide Web, go to YouTube, and go to Love Lives in Me Too. We should have this segment up in a day or two.
Standing by, we have Dan Williams, Pastor Dan Williams of Grace Funeral Chapel.